In this tutorial, we are going to walk through how to group and consolidate shifts on the calendar that are back to back to back into one single shift. We are on the calendar here, and I access this page by going on the left-hand side under Schedule, hovering over Calendar, and this is the by employee week view. Now, on this view, you'll see I have multiple employees that have back to back to back shifts. And what I mean by that is the end time of one shift is the same as the start time of the next shift. So, for instance, this is 7 to 8, the next one's 8 to 9, and then we have 9 to 10. This person is working 1 to 2, then 2 to 3. We have another one down below that's working 10 to 11, 11 to 12, and 12 to 1. Now, if I'm using the time clock, or if I just want these to look not like individual shifts, but I want them to be just one shift, I can do that within the system. This is especially important if you are using the time clock. You do not want staff to have to clock out and then back in for each hour if they're hour-long shift blocks. You would want them to just clock in once at the beginning of their shift and clock out once at the end. In this case, if I want to go ahead and do this, I can click the Group/Consolidate Shifts button on the calendar. And then you're going to be able to choose the merge start date. So I'm going to choose my start date here, and then I'll choose the end date. And all shifts in between this time frame for the positions that I select will be merged. The first selection that you'll have to make here is shift titles. So if you want the shift titles to look like the first shift title / the second shift title / the third one, you'll choose join all. However, if you just want the very first shift title to remain, you can choose keep the first shift title only. And if you want to just remove shift titles altogether and not have any shift title, you can choose that as an option as well. So I'm going to choose keep the first shift title only. And then you can choose the same thing with the notes. So do you want to join the notes together with slashes that delineate different shifts? Or do you want to keep the first shift note only or just remove shift notes entirely? The last thing you'll select is the position. So if I select in this box here, I'll be able to select any of the positions that are on the calendar here. And if you want to, you can even select all of these positions and do multiple positions at once. So if you want to do this for all positions, just make sure all positions is loaded on the calendar, and you'll be able to choose that and do this for everything within your organization. For this scenario, I'm just going to choose my fitness attendant position. And once this is all good, we'll hit submit. And this is going to create those back-to-back-to-back shifts and just merge them here into one shift. Now, one important note here is that this will only work within the same position. So if somebody works from 7 to 8 in one position and then 8 to 9 in another, those positions cannot be merged because those positions are two totally separate entries. So in that case, they will not be merged. This only works with shifts that are within the same position. If you have any additional questions on grouping and consolidating, feel free to reach out to us. You can email us at support@subitup.com or give us a call at 617-401-8733. Our office hours are Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Thanks so much.